Hello, I'm Reverend James A. Ledbetter III, and I would like to welcome you all here today at renewalofthemind.org. Here, what God has appointed, anointed, and ordained will always remain. I would like to talk to us today from this thought: be cool and let God be God. I'll be coming from James 1, verses 3 through 4. And it says, knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience. But let patience have her perfect work, that ye may be perfect and complete, wanting nothing. It's funny how you and I will often pray and ask God to bless us with certain things. You may ask God to bless you with a better career, a better job, bless you with a wife or a husband. Whatever the case may be, whatever your prayer is, whatever your desire is, whatever it is that you pray to God, we pray this prayer, and then all of a sudden, when God begins to work on our behalf, and it seems like our life becomes an uproar, everything going wrong, we begin to question God and wonder what God is doing and why our lives are turning out in the direction that it is going. But the thing that you and I have to understand is that when God gets ready to bless us, He gets ready to add to us, He has to first subtract from us. You've asked God to bless you financially with more money, and all of a sudden your friends begin to act funny. You've asked God to bless you with a wife or a husband, and all of a sudden that boyfriend or girlfriend begins to act funny. You're saying to yourself, Lord, why is this happening to me? I'm doing all that I can. You've asked God to bless you with a better career, and then all of a sudden you go to work the next day and they tell you that they don't even need you anymore. And now you feel like throwing in the towel. You feel like giving up on life. But the thing that you have to understand is that trials and tribulations come so that God's blessings can come. And one's endurance in the midst of trials and tribulations bring forth a blessing from God. You have to understand, like I said earlier, before God can bless you, He has to strip you from some things. He has to strip you from certain demonic spirits such as ego, such as pride, such as hatred. Because God refuses to bless you, and you have people in your circle who's not worthy of the blessing that He's bringing your way. You have to understand, my sisters and brothers, that faith that cannot be tested cannot be trusted. If you don't believe me, look at the story of Daniel. Daniel's faith was tested. There was a declare and decree that was made and signed by King Darius that said any man caught praying to God would be thrown into a lion's den. What did Daniel do? He continued to pray regardless of the situation. He was thrown into a lion's den, and there in the lion's den we find that his faith is being tested, and not only that, his patience is being produced. Why? Because he spent the night in a lion's den. Now, I don't know how you handled that situation, but I know if I was there, I'd have been screaming all night long for somebody to come and get me. But Daniel had his faith and trust wrapped up in God. He had his faith and trust wrapped up in the promise of God. I believe Daniel heard the same thing that God told Joshua when He said, have I not commanded thee? Be strong and of good courage. Be not afraid, neither shall you be dismayed. For the Lord thy God will be with thee whatsoever ye may go. Daniel spent the night in a lion's den, and he allowed patience to have her perfect work, so that when he was released from that lion's den, he was able to testify and say everything that happened to me that was good, God did it. He was able to teach and let others know that if you wait on the Lord, He will indeed renew your strength. We know the story of Daniel. After he was released from the lion's den, he became the second most highest ruler of that kingdom. We don't know what he was praying, but whatever his prayer was, he continued to pray, and when God blessed him, he was able to see the fruits of his labor. James says, let patience have her perfect work, that ye may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing. The thing that we have to understand is that if we continue to trust and believe in God for those things that have not yet come, it will strengthen our faith and it will strengthen our patience. God bless you, my friend.